Cold air is moving south, not just once, 3 separate times over the next 10 days, and with it comes the potential for snow across regions that don't always see it. If you've been watching the weather patterns, you know this setup has been developing for weeks. Now it's here. Let us talk about what is actually happening in the atmosphere and what it means for where you live. The jet stream tells the story. A high ridge is building along the west coast, strong and persistent. That forces the jet stream into a deep southward plunge across the central and eastern United States. When that happens, Arctic air has a clear path south, no blocking pattern to stop it. The East Pacific Oscillation confirms this. Positive values through mid-month, then a sharp drop. The North Atlantic Oscillation stays positive as well. Both of these support the ridge in the west and the trough in the east. Multiple models, the European, the GFS, even the Canadian, all show the same pattern, that S confidence. The Arctic Oscillation is trending negative. That means the polar vortex is weakening its grip on the Arctic. Cold air spills south. We saw the first push yesterday and this morning. Temperatures well below freezing across the northern plains and Great Lakes. Wind chills down to dangerous levels in some areas. That first blast stays with us through Monday. Then there's a brief moderation Tuesday. Not warm, just less brutally cold. Wednesday, the second blast arrives. This one is stronger. Colder air, deeper penetration into the south. It stays locked in place through the weekend. Then late next week, a third system reinforces the cold, so we re-looking at sustained below normal temperatures from now through at least January 20th. Possibly longer. Now let's address the snow. There's a cutoff low pressure system sitting off the southwest coast right now. It's been there for days, slowly rotating. That low is going to move inland. When it does, it taps into Gulf of Mexico moisture. Warm, humid air from the Gulf meets Arctic air coming south. That collision produces precipitation. And with cold air in place, much of that precipitation falls as snow. The timing matters. The low moves northeast starting Wednesday. It spreads moisture across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana by Wednesday night. By Thursday morning, that moisture is across Tennessee, Kentucky, the Ohio Valley. Thursday afternoon and evening, it reaches the mid-Atlantic. Friday, it's in the Northeast. Here's what the models show. And I want to be clear about the differences because they are significant. The European model keeps the heaviest snow across the Appalachian Mountains, the Ohio Valley, and the interior Northeast. It brings precipitation to the I-95 corridor from Washington through Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, and Boston. But it keeps that precipitation mostly as rain or a mix. Temperatures along the coast stay just above freezing. Interior locations where cold air is better established, see all snow. The GFS model is more aggressive. It brings heavier snow farther south and east, northern Georgia, northern Alabama, the Carolinas, even parts of coastal Virginia and Maryland. It also shows a potential major nor'easter for New England. Heavy snow from interior New York through Maine. Which one is right? Probably neither exactly. The truth usually falls somewhere between the most conservative and most aggressive models. But right now, the European ensembles are showing better agreement. 25 ensemble members mostly cluster around the warmer coastal solution. Only a few show the big coastal snowstorm. The GFS ensembles are more scattered. 30 members with a wide range of outcomes. Some show significant southern snow, some show the nor'easter, some show both, some show neither. That spread tells you the GFS is less certain. Based on 30 years of watching these patterns, here's my assessment. The Ohio Valley, from Kentucky through Ohio, western Pennsylvania, and West Virginia, has the best chance for significant accumulation, 6 to 12 inches possible, locally higher in the mountains. The cold air is established there. The moisture comes right over the top. It's a favorable setup. The interior mid-Atlantic and interior Northeast also look good. The Appalachians from Virginia through Pennsylvania and into New York, the Catskills, the Adirondacks, the Berkshires, the White Mountains, western Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. These areas could see substantial snow, 8 inches or more in many locations. The coastal plain is questionable, and I know that that's disappointing for some of you. The models keep showing a warm layer just above the surface. Cold air at ground level, warm air aloft. That produces sleet or freezing rain instead of snow. Or it keeps surface temperatures just warm enough for plain rain. Could that change? Yes. If the low pressure tracks 50 miles farther east, the cold air wins. But that's not the trend right now. So if you are in Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, or Boston, prepare for winter weather. But don't expect a major snowstorm from this system. You will get something, just not the blockbuster. Now, the South. This is where it gets interesting. The pattern from Friday through early next week is classic southern snow. Cold air is locked in place. It's not moving. Another piece of energy comes through. It brings more moisture. That moisture has nowhere to go but up and over the cold air. When that happens, you get snow, sometimes significant snow. The models show potential from northern Texas through Arkansas, Tennessee, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, northern Georgia, and the Carolinas. This wouldn't happen Thursday or Friday. This would be Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And here's the thing about southern snow. When it happens, it's disruptive. Roads aren't treated. People don to have winter tires. Schools close. Businesses close. An inch of snow in Atlanta has more impact than 6 inches in Buffalo. So if you in the South, Dante, ignore this. Just because it's not certain doesn't mean it won't happen. The pattern supports it. Have a plan. For everyone else, let's talk about the cold itself. High temperatures across the northern plains and upper Midwest will struggle to reach 0 Fahrenheit Wednesday and Thursday. 0. Not 0 wind chill. 0 actual temperature. Wind chills could drop to 30 or 40 below 0. That is dangerous. Frostbite in minutes. Hypothermia in less than an hour without proper clothing. The Great Lakes and Midwest will see highs in the teens Thursday and Friday. Single digits at night. Wind chills below 0 for extended periods. Even the South won't escape. High temperatures in the 20s and 30s from Texas through Georgia on Thursday and Friday. Overnight lows in the teens. Some areas could see single digits. That's cold for the South. Pipes freeze. Heating systems struggle. Citrus crops are at risk. Florida will be cooler than normal but not extreme. 50s and 60s for highs. 30s and 40s at night. Uncomfortable but not dangerous. This cold is real. It's not hype. It's not exaggeration. It's January weather in a strong winter pattern. What should you do? First, check your heating system. Make sure it's working properly. If you have a furnace, when is the last time you changed the filter? If you heat with wood or pellets, do you have enough fuel? Dante, wait until it is 10 below 0 to find out your system isn't working. Second, protect your pipes. If you have pipes in unheated areas, crawl spaces, attics, exterior walls, they need insulation or heat tape. Let faucets drip during the coldest nights. It uses a little water, but it prevents thousands of dollars in damage. Third, prepare your vehicle. Winter washer fluid, not summer fluid. Check your battery. Cold weather kills weak batteries. Make sure your tires have adequate tread. Keep a winter emergency kit in your vehicle. Blanket, flashlight, water, snacks, jumper cables, ice scraper. Fourth, check on people. Elderly neighbors, family members who live alone, people with health conditions. Cold weather is harder on some people than others. A quick phone call or visit could save a life. Fifth, Dante, travel unless necessary during the worst of it. Wednesday through Friday, conditions will be dangerous in many areas. Snow, ice, extreme cold, high winds. If you must travel, tell someone your route and expected arrival time. For those hoping for snow, I understand the anticipation. Winter without snow feels incomplete, but hoping doesn't change the forecast. The data shows what it shows. Some areas will get significant snow, some will get a little, some will get none. What I can tell you with certainty is this: the cold is coming. It's widespread. It's sustained. And it's going to affect everyone east of the Rockies to some degree. This isn't the blizzard of '78, it's not the polar vortex of 2014, but it's legitimate winter weather that requires preparation and respect. The pattern stays active through at least the 20th. After that, there are signs of moderation. Not a return to warm weather, but less extreme cold. More seasonal temperatures. The models show the ridge in the west weakening and the trough in the east lifting north slightly, but that is still 10 days away. A lot can happen in 10 days. For now, focus on the next 72 to 96 hours. That's where the most significant impacts occur. Stay informed. Forecasts will be updated as new data comes in. Snow amounts will be refined. Timing will be adjusted. But the overall pattern is set. Multiple shots of Arctic air, potential for snow, dangerous cold in places. You've been through winter before. You know what to do. Just on to underestimate this one because it's early in the season or because the media sometimes overhypes these events. This one is real. The data supports it. The models agree on the broad pattern. The only questions are specific details, exact snow amounts, precise timing, which areas get hit hardest. Those details matter, and I'll keep you updated as they become clearer. But the big picture is solid. Arctic air, snow potential, sustained cold, prepare